based on the experiences you've had and with other types of knowledge. You don't find a lot of kids who are able to do that. They're just able to acquire a lot of information.
You know what it says? You know what it says in the Old Testament about wisdom? I'm not sure if it's Genesis, but he that increaseth wisdom increaseth sorrow, because the more you know and the more you understand, the more sorrow you bring into your own life. I mean, when Adam and Eve were innocent, before they ate from the tree of knowledge, they were like happy school children. They didn't know that they didn't know they were naked. Okay, God provided for them. They had all the food they ever would need. But then God punished them, and women were made to suffer during pregnancy. Man had to work. Things weren't given to him anymore. Okay, all because they ate from the tree of knowledge.
Right.
So
well,
I agree with
he
you,
had
John,
knowledge. He had knowledge of good and evil.
It has to do with wisdom too. You know, what do you do with the knowledge?
Yeah, right. Right. He ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and the fact that he knew what was good and what was evil, and that's the whole thing, is that if people are given a lot of knowledge of, well, if I take this evil path, I will become super wealthy, I'll have power and influence, but at the same time, I will not be a moral person. I will lose my own soul. I won't have any character. Well, God gives you that choice. You know, He gives you the choice. Choose the evil path and gain all this power and wealth. And if you choose that path, God tells you that's going to lead to your destruction, but you have the option to do it or not.
Well, you see, that's why you were talking before about one thing leading to bestiality. Okay, I mean that is so ingrained. Right. That is so ingrained in our minds as being totally evil that I don't think that would ever happen. I mean, there are always people on the fringes. You know, there are always people who are going to...
You would be surprised what I've heard. People have already been doing that for some time. You know, I don't know if you spend time in the South where people have lived on farms for long periods of time. And in the South, a lot of the farms are separated by several miles. You may have one farm, and then the next farm is 2 miles down the road. And if a person has spent a lot of time around livestock and animals, you know, I've personally heard the stories of people who have had different relations with animals on farms because that's what they've been surrounded by. So what I'm saying it to say that the human mind can go in various directions if it's allowed to. And we know that a lot of people have unnatural affections for pets today. We see how pets are lauded over in terms of, you know, people buy clothes for their pets. They have pet cemeteries. You know, they actually have a funeral service for pets that can happen today. People can buy health insurance for their pets. So this is all leading towards a particular path. Not everyone's psyche is the same. Some people have abnormal psyches, but they know that if this definition of marriage is opened up, they can be allowed to be in the bed with their pet and to have all types of sexual types of relations with their pet if they're allowed to be married to the pet. So you do have people in the world who are like this. And for us to think that there are not people like this is to be naive.
I will give you one thing, John. No matter what we talk about, you always have a way of bringing the discussion full circle back to the main topic, okay? And that is same-sex marriage and what may happen if it does happen, okay? But I'll tell you, right now, we have to get ready to sign off. So I just want to tell you, and that we'll be back on Monday, same time. Okay, the discussion may be a little different, but I tell you, if the two of you are there and Felix and I are here, and we could get one or two more people, or even one more person, going to be a very lively discussion. Thank you very much.
And if you want to find out more about these types of topics, I suggest you go to atla.org. atlah.org, and it's on the internet, and you have a minister there that talks about these topics all the time.
All right, great.
Okay.
We'll certainly look at it. Thank you.
All
All
right.
right, John, thank you very much, Ann. Always a pleasure.
Good night.
We've
night.
missed
Okay.
you, Ann. We really have, you and Charlie.
I know, but it's been crazy.
Well, that's
It's been
okay.
crazy.
We understand. Okay, but
I know.
as Cotter would say, welcome back.
All right. Good night, John.
Good night, John.
Okay, good night.
Good
All right.
night. Nice talking to you. Good night. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That was John.
You know, this is a first. We have a religious show, and you have not played one song, and I don't want that to be a hint that I want to hear a song.
Well, too late.
Oh, boy.
Besides, we have to have what's the song? What you said that you wanted to hear? No, when you said
Millie, not Millie. Your grandson.
yeah.
Okay, your grandson.
Yeah, because you always said you want the show to start with it, but don't even saying anything. So we're going to have to
It should start and it should end with it, I think.
So we'll end it today.
Maybe we'll meet this kid one day.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you Monday.
Have a good weekend. Thank you for listening.
And one more thing, we might have a surprise.
Your niece?
Some music played by a new artist, and we're going to be playing some of her songs, hopefully.
Well, this is as much a surprise to me as it is for you, ladies and gentlemen. So
And
we'll see what happens.
we'll have a little spot for her. Her name is Sunny. The group is Sunny and Gabe. And hopefully,
Not Sonny and Cher?
no, not Sunny and Cher. And it's spelled S-U-N-N-Y. Like Sunny Day.
Yes, I know.
All right,
Sesame Street.
exactly. All right. Actually, I think she sometimes goes by Sunny Moonlight.
Sunny Moonlight? That's an oxymoron.
Yep.
All right, let's get to this song before we're thrown off the air.
All right, here we go. And with that, I'll say good night.
Good night.
Good night. Maybe.
Here we go.
Anytime, anywhere I can pray, and Jehovah will hear what I say. When each morning I wake, I remember to take just a moment to thank Him for this day, for the one